Hey everyone, SmushyCows here. Today I just wanted to bring to you a really great game that we had last night. I don't know, all the pieces fell in the right way, and I thought that this would be a good one to try a new style of commentary for a video, where I'll have, the commentary version of my face on the right side of the screen. And I'll sort of just talk about the things that I pay attention to during a game as the game is progressing. I'll talk about why I might be doing some things that I'm doing. I'll point out mistakes maybe that I see from my team or the other team and how those can cascade into subsequent advantages for either our team or theirs. And maybe they can be insightful as to either the strategies that I'm running or positioning advantages during fights, something like that. So let me know what you guys think of this commentary style, and please enjoy the video. Alright, let's get started.
Just punching really hard, he gets to punch really fast now too.
Yep.
Oh,
Ooh, that little thing looks like.
So we were playing against a new team. I don't recognize anyone from their group that we were playing. But they're running 3 slow smokes, Talonflame with eject button, so immediately I'm going to be thinking they're going to be trying to get that Talonflame around the map as often as possible to try scoring. So I want to keep my eyes on him.
Yeah, this is the second time. This is the second time we've
Yeah, we point out too that Rick's, the Pikachu, is going to be running Volt Tackle, so I previously criminally underrated how strong Volt Tackle is. It's one of the best tools in the game for killing those slippery characters like the Cinderace or the Talonflame that are high mobility but squishy. Here we get an amazing 3-person engage with Ice Shard Tackle. Early game we try to get my Mamoswine to level 3 so that we can go for these high engages.
Oh, the heal!
Yeah, and I barely get out of that with Synthesis. Because Eldegoss hits level 3.
Let's just take this because the Wiggly's coming.
I pathed top for safety, and I was able to stay in the fight then. See, here Pikachu dies, I think.
That's what I was
and
saying, bro.
I didn't
was
realize.
Like, oh, the card is nothing.
See, I didn't realize that Pikachu died, so I engage here right after trying to save, thinking it's a 3v2 and we kill. One full combo from me, and both of them are at half health. If there's any follow-up damage there, we are monsters.
It's okay.
Look how low from 2 combos. That was like over 7 seconds. Ice Shard, 6-second cooldown, Ice Shard, right?
Get the Wiggly.
So something about Ice Shard is that it resets Mamoswine's empowered auto attack as well, and Mamoswine's auto attacks always cleave, so he does hella damage.
Pika's on me.
Yep, it's okay.
I run. Look at that. With Electro Web, too. We have a very strong early game with this lane. Everyone power spikes. Well, Mamo arguably power spikes at 3, and then Pikachu has an Electro Web at 1 even if she wants. And Eldegoss gets Leaf Tornado at 4. So this lane is safe. Safe-ish. I'm the only one who have to throw my life on the line in order to make some power plays. But there's a lot of crowd control and durability. Because I run Focus Band as well. And there our Pikachu just got a pick by looking mid on the map because their Talonflame did not go back home.
I like this.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
No, he didn't.
So that's great map awareness, taking advantage of your opponent's mistakes. And there's a pick from Volt Tackle, which I do think leads to a kill. No, not yet.
Yep.
Me too.
Yep.
Electro Ball also, an amazing tool.
Oh, beautiful. Watch
Ready
the
for
jungler.
Electro Ball?
Electro Ball is so amazing because it's a spammable, never miss area of effect.
Just normally they show up.
Execute. It deals 4% of the enemy's missing health as damage, on top of its already good ratios with special attack. So now we were able to get our Dragonite to level 8. Something notable is because our team's running a Dragonite and theirs isn't, we have objective priority. They will never last hit us. They'll never last hit an objective over us as long as our Dragonite lands Hyper Beam appropriately. So we were able to team wipe them though because they were squishy and engaged on our goal. We've made that mistake before and it's a big no-no because as you see we got that Dreadnought for free.
I was hoping I could run fast if I could. Are you sure you want to push this?
Icicle Crash Earthquake is an instant double kill. Well,
They don't know the Pika.
if he stays, he's dead.
All zone.
All zone?
Exactly.
6:30 on the clock and I'm Mammothline already. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Perfect.
Oh, I missed mine.
You can go
That's
now.
okay.
It's okay.
Arma
Play it
Champ,
back,
was
defend.
that 2 people top or 1 person
I'm
top?
coming,
2.
Yeah, I'm going.
That's fine.
Oh,
If there's ever an objective to lose, it's
It's all good,
Rotom.
it's all good,
You
we
can
killed.
defend a Rotom that pushes and still get experience. In this case, we decided to let the Rotom crash on our goal because we prevented them from overcapping that goal. You know how there's like 2 health left on a goal and someone can score 100 at Zapdos or something? Well, Rotom there just finished killing the goal on his own. So we lose the goal, but they only overcapped by like between 1 and 19 points.
Overcapped by only 2.
Captain, I thought we had.
Look at that.
I thought we were going
Earthquake eject button. I almost want to, I'm going to pause here and I'm going to rewind that to emphasize that part. Let's see. Ready? So I'm about to get eject button online. This is something I love to do on Mammothline that no one ever sees it coming. This Eldegoss is being a little greedy, trying to score with me on the goal. And he's dead. I covered the whole screen in ground basically
Yeah, me too.
and was able to secure that. And now bees are free. I say that as Pikachu steals some. I think I lose the big one here too.
Good job.
Because I don't want to dive him on his goal.
Lots of fire
You'll see my teammates are coming down now, which means his probably are too.
Yeah, dude, fuck that Corphish.
Oh.
Yeah, I just barely missed that.
I'm actually gonna return to base.
Alright, I'm gonna farm my.
What's the timer?
Sing stops me from trying to steal, which gives Pikachu his
I'm
ult.
coming. I'm coming.
Yeah, I just started. Alright, I'm on the way.
Oh, don't tell me you die.
No.
I think I get a focus band proc. No, I get a shield from an ally. I got a bunch of buddy barriers from my team.
Watch the
And we're able to pick off that Pikachu. You see, I ran past his stun so that I didn't stack with my teammates.
Yep. No, we lost Machamp.
Oh.
Dread up in 5.
Brother.
We killed 4 people there and we only lost Machamp.
We just
So my Machamp went top because I think he lost top lane, so he's trying to farm to catch back up.
Poor Wiggly's level 7.
And
Birds on me.
because we have the Dragonite, we're still fine here.
Oh, he hit my icicle.
Oh yeah, check this out too. I'm gonna rewind once more. Watch this in the top right corner. Watch this Talonflame ult. It hits into my icicle, which counts as a barrier until it shatters. So I blocked that ult the way a Mr. Mime wall would.
Fuck. Yeah, he
I
killed me too.
was stuck in slow smoke.
That's okay.
I
wiped
just
there.
realized he was a buck, Lucario.
Just run Dragonite.
And that's fine. We had 35 on that, so they only overcapped by 5. That's a mistake they made. They could have scored more first before dunking that 40.
Yeah,
Can I
Wiggly's
get help
8.
up top?
Yep,
Coming,
coming
coming.
top.
Now my Machamp asks for help up top.
Just trying to get my.
Are we too late here?
I plus.
Yeah, and he asks for us to rotate faster. Which isn't wrong. If there's an objective up, we probably should have tried to prioritize that.
He made it.
Play, don't go play.
I know,
Eh,
we like to prioritize the 2 buffs though, because after the first set of buffs, they give increased experience to the jungler. So you want to be taking those anytime they're up, basically, to increase their respawn rate. That's another way to optimize your experience that you're giving to your team.
Dragonite still, come here.
Are bees still there?
top of Dino's.
Well,
Yeah, we're trying to call out all the experience on the map right now, because there's 3:30 left on the clock before, well, a minute and a half until Zapdos spawns, so you want to be as beefy as possible before then. So we probably should have kept someone hovering near the top goal in case we didn't see this Talonflame, because remember, he has Goal Getter and high mobility. If he found an opportunity to sneak past us there, he would have probably scored. And here again, same thing, we kind of came off bot goal a little bit, and we only left our support there to peel for, to stop those goals.
Oh my god.
I should have ulted.
Okay, Luca got the score.
I'm gonna rewind one more time and see what that pick was.
I'm not going to. A bot.
He ulted me?
So it's Dragonite and Pikachu and me,
They're trying to score.
and a Brave Bird. Talonflame popped our Pikachu, which kind of stinks.
Oh my god.
That was the person to focus first, and then the Dragonite. And lastly, me. I only go back in here because I know I'm dead anyways, and I know that, like, Ice Shard has 4 hitboxes on it, with the last one being
Did
huge.
they score or no?
Earthquake's area of effect, and my autos all cleave. I run Muscle Band as well on my Mammothline, so
Wait for everyone.
that's 3% of their max health per target per auto attack, which adds up very quickly. And that way I was at least able to secure 1 kill and 1 assist for my teammates who participated in that. We gained some experience back.
I'm almost there.
grouping for Dreadnought. We have everyone.
Okay, well,
They're Wigglypuff
go,
engaged
go.
by himself. That was the problem. I think he was trying to zone for his team, but they weren't ready yet. They weren't set up.
The bird's
Yeah,
level
actually, that's
13.
And now here we get another pick. See, Pikachu's by himself running forward, I think out of panic that we're going to take the Dreadnought. But even then, it's always better to give an objective and not team wipe, right?
Let's get burst, guys.
Here,
Hey,
No,
hey.
there he is.
I'm going to rewind a little bit again. So I'm saying, I tell my team, keep your eyes on that Talonflame, right? The bird. The bird is the only one that can possibly steal if our Dragonite messes up Hyper Beam. And while I'm saying keep your eyes on the bird,
Burst.
Let's get burst,
instead my
guys.
team sort of chases to push him off. But when you make that decision as Talonflame, like, I think it's okay to commit one person to try and steal an objective, because if that person's successful, you give your life to give the entire team maybe half a level, or if you're down if you're down in experience, way more. So it's always worth it to send one person for their life, right? But maybe not right before Zapdos, because you'll see now, if my Pikachu didn't get picked, it's 2 minutes on the clock and there's a 15-second respawn timer on their only person who can, like, realistically go for an objective steal on that Zapdos, which is a winning condition, right? Dreadnought is some butter to top the bread. It's nice to have, but it's not what wins you the game. Not the third Dreadnought, at least. You can make the argument for first Dreadnought, but not right before Zap. So him going in like that was a bit of a no-no at this stage of the game. But I think that urgency could have been avoided if the rest of his team didn't get picked off as well. So now
Try and burst this?
No, stop.
our team rotates into Zapdos.
Oh,
Alright.
I'll be right there.
We are down in goals right now, so my thought process is we have to be the ones to create the pressure at Zapdos, because they know we need it.
If you guys get picks, start him. That's good.
My team's on the same page. I announce that I'm engaging. I do the same thing with Earthquake eject button to get a pick on 2 people, and everyone's alts get blown. I'm probably going to rewind this a couple times. So
Good.
I will rewind this, and in fact, I'm going to play it at slow-mo. So here, my team is ready. Here, Rix announces, my Machamp, I believe. Yeah, Machamp announced... No, Pikachu, I'm sorry. So Pikachu announces, if you're going to look for picks, go for it, right? We've got the okay that we're all ready. And now, playback speed... Let's try 0.5. So I go to look for a pick. I see 2 of them clumped. I go for the Lucario and the Wiggly here with Earthquake eject button. And you'll see I've also dropped my Icicle right here. This acts as a barrier if they want to engage on my teammates. This is a slow, and when the actual Icicle itself pops, it also freezes anyone in this radius. So I did this as a zoning tool to protect them, and I Earthquake eject button on the other 2. That way I optimize my engage while also using a disengage tool. On Mamoswine, this is important because Mamoswine's, he's not really actually good at peeling. He's better at engaging, because I'm not going to say his stuff isn't telegraphed, that, you know, he does say, you know, he goes to throw out a move and there's this big circle, pardon my language, on the ground saying, hey, incoming, right? That's the benefit of the eject button, is to get around that. But then, if you miss, that's when Mamoswine's useless for 6 or 7 seconds, right? And so if you're trying to do that on top of your teammates when an enemy is jumping them, you're looking at trying to Earthquake an extreme speed Lucario, you know, a Volt Switch or Wild Charge Zorora, or Brave Bird Talonflame, who once he's landed, that damage is already done. That the harm is done. He did his job, right? It's too late then, basically. For me, at least, as the tank. It's not too late for an Eldegoss to beef up his team or something. But yeah, that's why, as the Mamoswine in particular as a tank, it's way more beneficial to be on the offensive with your crowd control. So, after this, what happens?
I'm ulting.
I announce I'm ulting in slow-mo because I've already landed the pick on 2, and this is the best way I can do. This is the best thing I can do to try and secure that pick turns into something. The Wiggly, basically everyone's chucking their ults out right now. At this stage, I'm thinking, you know, I'm worried if we have enough damage because in these fights, you don't always get to respond in time to see who's ulted and who hasn't because you're focusing on the 2 seconds that the team fight's happening in. So right now, we still have a Pikachu ult. That's our biggest team fight tool, basically. A Machamp ult, which actually it's another huge one. After the buffs, Machamp is crazy. And Dragonite ult. That's mostly like, you know, 800 area of effect damage and a buddy barrier. That's more the important part is, look how shielded they are right now. This person has like an extra 2/3 of their health in shield. Which is all damage mitigation, right? Meanwhile, my people are starting to get chunked down. So the sooner we get our ults off now, the better. But all I'm worried about is, do we have the damage to burst through those shields and optimize? Because my cooldowns are down, right? They're about to come back up. But we've already used our tools. So as far as I know. So I'm thinking, okay, something we could do now is try to wait out the shields because they're going to disappear in 3 seconds, right? So I make the call, can we try and pull back a bit? But I don't know, we still have these 2 ults. So watch what happens when they rip it then. Pikachu ult just triggers. Brave Bird comes in by Talonflame and only hits me. Machamp ult just procs, and now look. Their health bars get incinerated, right? Their team's also split up a little bit. Their Pikachu's on the back line. We're able to pick off 3 very quickly with those ults of ours coming out, and we're all still healthy. We stick together, Pikachu runs off on her own, and the Volt Tackle guarantees this kill, basically. Holding her in place means the rest of us catch up.
It's only Eldegoss alive.
Now that I sound drunk in slow-mo. But I'm saying, there's only Eldegoss alive right now. You can always check by either, you know, looking up top. The easiest way for me is I hit the pause button. And I can quickly identify who's alive. We can play this normal speed again now. And so once we've identified that it's just an Eldegoss alive, but the rest are respawning soon, we want to burst this, right? You save all your big damaging tools for the very end, and if you're going to do 95% of the remaining health and Eldegoss is going to do 5%, you want to make sure that you're saving that 95% damage of its remaining health to use all together to create a... Hold on, I'm going to pause again. You want to create a fake Dragonite Hyper Beam, basically, with all of your combined damage, and that way you guarantee that you get that secure. Here, what happens is we're approaching on the score now. It's me and Machamp.
Okay.
We both have 50 points, but Machamp kind of takes a lot of damage from Pikachu, right? With the rest of them approaching. I'm already on goal pressing X, then I see his health, and I'm like, oh my gosh, did I stop you from getting to score?
Get up. Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Unfortunately, it is me versus 4 at this point, and with that slow smoke, I don't make it. But now there's 45 seconds on the clock. I know that we've scored like once or twice on the main goal, so you can estimate how many points are up by assuming each goal is around 100 points. As the game goes, we'll keep track of how many times they overstack a goal. That's why, again, that Rotom crashing top was so nice for us. They didn't overstack. So they need to score twice, I believe. And now, at this stage... Yep, so we know, the Talonflame's unstoppable with Goal Getter, scoring 42 points. And I believe this person scores, because you have to have so much concentrated damage there right away in order to break that shield. So I made a call to try and stay back, but he came out of nowhere, and we were staying a little bit off goal. In these cases, it's always better to try and stay... It's always at least one person per goal, like on the goal, with a couple others hovering pretty nearby. Yeah, in this case, he came out of nowhere. He's able to get the goal in still, and I'm not respawned yet.
Stop him, quick! If they score again, we lose.
Yeah, if they score again, we lose. I think we do end up winning this game by like 105 points or something like that.
Go on to their thing.
No, he can't.
Another thing is we had a Dragonite ult that we could have used to get to their side of the map quickly and try and get another 22 points in or something. Running a score shield on a Dragonite like that is amazing for endgame clutches.
Yeah, it was a 3v5 on our main goal with a quick score with a goal
Yep.
getter Talonflame.
That's
Oh,
it.
we did it
So yeah, if they
still.
scored one more big goal, they would have had
One
that.
score. Good. Good
Only
job.
142 on
I
their
probably
goal
didn't
getter
do too
Talonflame
much
though, and
damage,
140
so I
on our
probably should've stayed
Dragonite.
around, 'cause LD
So-
left me while I went into the bush.
He probably prioritized damage to
So,
get
the only thing-
more, you know, his item build was score centric, but he only scored 140 so I think you either build for scoring and less damage, or you build for damage and less scoring. They tried to do a hybrid, I think, of the Japanese strat, running the Talonflame and the Wiggly. Talonflame is really huge right now because of its ability to pick Cinderace so quickly, just like why we value Volt Tackle now. So, yeah, it was just a really solid game, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this style of commentary over a match to see the kinds of things that I pay attention to during a game. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.